Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play. You know when something big happens in the NFL and nobody really sees it coming. Yeah, this might just be one of those moments. The buzz right now, just a buzz but a loud one, is that QUENTIN JOHNSTON, the former first-round pick, who was supposed to be the next big thing for the Los Angeles Chargers, has reportedly walked away from the team. Not just walked away quietly. Either. We're talking full-on desertion vibes. According to sources close to the situation, again, nothing officially confirmed, but the whispers are getting louder, Johnston is already putting pen to paper with none other than the Washington Commanders. That's right! Johnston, once hailed as a deep threat savior for Justin Herbert, is now supposedly headed east to become the newest weapon in what many thought was a rebuilding year for Washington. And the craziest part, people around the league aren't even that surprised. There's been murmurs for months that Johnston was unhappy in LA. The fit wasn't there, the chemistry never clicked, and the Chargers' offense kept underutilizing his game-breaking speed. But still, to jump ship this fast to flip coasts and sign with a completely different team before the season even really takes shape, that's wild. Now, let's be clear here. We're not saying Johnston has officially bailed on the Chargers mid-contract. But the term desertion is flying around for a reason. Think about the context. Johnston was drafted to be the next Mike Williams, a vertical threat who could stretch the field and dominate one and on coverage. But the Chargers' offense, especially last season, just didn't feed him. Kellen Moore's scheme often relegated Johnston to decoy duty while Keenan Allen remained the volume target and the running game struggled to find consistency. With the departure of both Allen and Williams in the offseason, many expected Johnston to finally take over. Yet rather than rising into the WR1 spotlight, word is he felt alienated. There were growing tensions between Johnston's camp and the coaching staff. And now, just weeks before the preseason ramps up, the story emerging is that Johnston has jumped ship, landed in D.C., and already signed on as a commander. Again, nothing's official from the Chargers or Commanders yet, but there are receipts surfacing. Agent leaked social media posts mysteriously deleted Johnston being spotted in the DMV area. It's starting to feel a little too real. So why Washington? That's the question that's been lighting up sports talk radio and fan Twitter since the story broke. The Commanders aren't exactly Super Bowl contenders right now, but if you're Johnston, maybe that's the appeal. Less pressure, a fresh quarterback situation with Jaden Daniels coming in and an offensive coordinator in Cliff Kingsbury who loves to stretch the field. It makes sense when you dig into it. Johnston's game is vertical. He's not a possession guy. He's not running curls and crossing routes 30 times a game. He wants go routes, post routes, the kind of stuff that makes highlight reels and scares. Safeties! And guess what? Washington doesn't really have that deep guy yet. Terry McLaurin is a star, no doubt, but he's more of a precision route technician. Curtis Samuel's gone. Jahan Dotson is still developing. Enter QUENTIN JOHNSTON, a 6'4", 215-pound burner who can flip a game in one play if used right. And maybe, just maybe, Cliff's the one to unlock him. If the rumor's true and Johnston is in D.C., we could be talking about one of the most quietly dangerous WR tandems in the NFC East next season. But don't forget the emotional angle here. Johnston leaving the Chargers isn't just about football, it's about feeling wanted. When you're a first-round pick, you're supposed to be the guy. You expect touches. You expect plays designed for you. And when those don't come, it wears on you. People close to Johnston have hinted at the frustration, saying he felt miscast, misunderstood, and frankly mistreated in LA. Add to that the pressure of replacing Williams and Allen, and you get a perfect storm of disappointment. The Chargers front office might have seen this coming too. Their offseason moves didn't exactly scream, "We believe in Quentin." They brought in multiple receivers, drafted another guy, and kept moving the offensive scheme towards short, quick passes. That's not Johnston's world. Meanwhile, Washington might have promised him the moon, a chance to be the #1 deep option, a system designed for vertical attacks, and a fan base desperate for excitement. That kind of opportunity doesn't come often in this league. If Johnston really did pull the plug and jump to DC, it's not just a move, it's a statement, one that could redefine his career or haunt him forever. Let's talk timing, because that's where this whole story gets even more insane. This isn't your typical off-season signing. This is a July switch-up. Roster spots are practically set. Training camps are weeks away. Depth charts are being finalized. And yet Johnston allegedly made the leap now. What does that tell you? It tells you something behind the scenes must have broken. Maybe it was a conversation with the Chargers front office. Maybe it was a final straw in practice or a contract dispute. Maybe it was simply Johnston watching his game film and realizing this offense isn't going to make him shine. Whatever. The reason making this kind of change in July is rare. It disrupts everything. For the Commanders, it's a sudden windfall. For the Chargers, it's a shock. They just lost what was supposed to be their deep threat of the future, and now they're scrambling. The rumor mill is suggesting the front office was blindsided. No farewell post, no formal release yet, just silence. And silence in the NFL is usually louder than words. Something big happened, and the consequences are about to echo across both conferences. And here's another angle that's not getting enough attention: the ripple effect in both locker rooms. For the Chargers, this isn't just losing a guy, it's losing a young player who was supposed to be part of the foundation. The message it sends to the rest of the team that maybe not everyone's buying in, that maybe not everyone believes in the new offensive direction. And for a team trying to establish a new culture post-Brandon Staley, that's a problem. Meanwhile, in Washington, the vibe is reportedly electric. Players are excited. Coaches are talking about unlocking the vertical game. And rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels suddenly has another explosive option. That changes how you game plan. That changes defensive matchups. That changes momentum. And make no mistake, this league runs on momentum. A sudden acquisition like this can shift the narrative around a team overnight. From rebuilding to dangerous. From bottom feeder to spoiler. That's what Johnston could represent for Washington. If he clicks, if he jails with Daniels and buys into Kingsbury's system, this could go down as one of the most impactful midsummer moves in recent memory. Again, all rumor for now, but it smells like something real. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you and the fans. Oh man, the fans are eating this up. Chargers fans are in shock disbelief, flooding every comment section. Why would he leave? How did we mess this up? We never used him right. It's all pouring out. Meanwhile, in DC, it's hype season. Commanders Twitter is already putting Johnston in hypothetical formations, imagining bombs down the sideline and drawing parallels to vintage Randy Moss. Not in talent, but in role. That field-stretching, defense-warping presence that can shift coverage and open up everything underneath. Washington's been starving for that. And fans are dreaming big. But as always, it's a double-edged sword. Expectations rise fast. And Johnston, if this move is real, is going to have to prove that LA was the problem, not him. Because make no mistake, there were drops. There were misreads. He's not blameless. The tape doesn't lie. But sometimes the fit matters more than the flaws. And if he fits in Washington, if Kingsbury schemes him into space and Daniels builds chemistry quickly, we might be talking about one of the most dangerous second acts in recent NFL history. Let's take a minute and zoom out. What does this mean for the bigger NFL picture? Because if Johnston can successfully flip the narrative and emerge as a top-tier deep threat in Washington that changes how teams evaluate fit versus raw talent, the Chargers drafted him high because of measurables. But maybe the lesson here is that systems matter more. Coaching matters more. And timing is everything. We've seen this before. Players labeled as busts in one place become stars in another. Think Nelson Aguilar in Vegas. Think Devontae Parker in Miami. Sometimes it just takes the right voice, the right playbook, the right energy. If Johnston's move pans out, GMs will have to think twice about labeling guys too early. And for young players entering the league, it'll be a reminder your first stop doesn't define you. It's about finding the right match. If this rumor is true, and their move to Washington is already done behind the scenes, then Johnston might have just executed the most important decision of his football life. A career-defining fork in the road. One that could either prove he was never the problem, or that no system can fix the issues that held him back. We also have to talk business, because a midsummer player shift like this has huge implications from a contract standpoint. Johnston was still on a rookie deal. So if he's truly walked away from the Chargers, it means either a trade happened that hasn't been reported yet, or a release was negotiated very quietly. Either way, Washington must have offered something compelling, maybe a bigger role, maybe incentive-laden terms. Whatever it was, it had to be enough for Johnston and his team to say, we're done in LA. And if the Commanders pulled this off without losing major assets, that's front office brilliance. Sneaky, strategic, and bold. But it also raises questions about how the league let this happen under the radar. How does a recent first rounder vanish from one team and appear on another without a media frenzy? Maybe it's because Johnston wasn't producing like a star yet. Or maybe the NFL media is sleeping on Washington again. If this move pays off, it might be the wake-up call. The moment people realize Washington isn't just rebuilding. They're reloading quietly, efficiently, and possibly explosively, with Quentin Johnston as the new face of their vertical attack. The final piece to this puzzle might just be Cliff Kingsbury. Say what you want about his head coaching resume, but the man knows how to craft deep passing concepts. He turned guys like Christian Kirk and Marquise Brown into real threats. He loves speed. He loves spacing. And Johnston, he's tailor-made for that philosophy. We're talking about a player who can take the top off any defense if used right. So if this signing is real, if Kingsbury handpicked Johnston to be that vertical Z receiver in his system, then it might be the perfect marriage of player and scheme. Johnston won't be asked to do too much. He won't be asked to carry the offense. Just to do what he does best, run deep wind jump balls, force safeties to panic. And in that role with a smart OC and a young QB looking to make waves, he could flourish. It's a low-pressure, high-reward situation, one that could revive his career, shake up the NFC East, and put Washington on the national radar in a way we haven't seen in years. This isn't just a move. It might be the move of the offseason, if the rumors are true. And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Are the rumors true? Because right now we're living in that strange twilight zone of NFL gossip where nothing's confirmed but everything's possible. Johnston hasn't spoken. The Chargers haven't commented. The Commanders are playing it cool, but signs are pointing to something big. A shift. A new chapter. And if the next few days confirm it, if we see a press release, a jersey reveal, or even just Johnston jogging onto a Commander's practice field, then the game changes. Not just for Quentin Johnston, not just for the Chargers or Commanders, but for the entire league. Because this isn't just about one player changing teams. It's about a statement being made about fit, about opportunity, about taking control of your own narrative. Johnston may not have lit up the league in LA, but if he's really headed to DC, then buckle up, because a new story is about to begin. And if it starts the way many are hoping, the name Quentin Johnston might go from forgotten rookie to breakout star almost overnight. Only time will tell. But for now, this rumor is way too loud to ignore. Thanks for tuning into District Command. Central, make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.